Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special New Year's Eve edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Miami Dolphins.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest three-game win streak. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about his individual performance from last week's game. I mean, he did throw 4 touchdown passes, so he's in sync with his receivers, and they're very confident. Did have 1 interception.
Yeah, the 1 pick.
And
they lost.
Yeah, so no matter how many touchdowns he threw, if it comes in a loss, he's not going to be satisfied.
Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's up. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single-covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here are the Dolphins now with excellent field position to start things out. And they will be led out by their rookie cornerback. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He'll get it inside the 20, and he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Caught left side, Hopkins. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Looking to throw. Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Folk. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. There was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that that carries over to this week as well.
It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 46 yards on the ground for him so far. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Elliott running right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
A handoff left to Elliott. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. To throw is Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. So nothing doing there. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll set up to throw. It's caught. Here's Langford. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll run right side with Mostert. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. A great effort there. 54 yards. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Prescott on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Prescott. And he'll just get rid of it.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
A lane there to run as Mostert able to get about 7 there on 1st down. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. This complete to Langford. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this 1st half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Prescott now. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Prescott looks to throw on first. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw again on second down. Prescott able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start in the Meadowlands, an NFC East battle that pits Washington against the New York Football Giants. And it's the home team who are out in front. Curtis Samuel, a touchdown catch in that first half. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they are in a tight one, all tied with the visiting Ravens. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. And I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Running on first down is Mostert, but he can only manage a yard, and that's about it before he's tackled.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 60 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Go now, blue 32. In your face. Ready.
Here's Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. On 1st and 10, Prescott. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play. I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll roll him out right.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
55, my guy, 55. That's a slip.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, but that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
First down, Prescott. He'll get that one complete to Connor.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. and we know they'll be here before you know it.
He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott.
And that'll be caught by Fehoko. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp.
Touchdown, Cowboys! DeAndre Hopkins with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Miami set to take over. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
52 blaster.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He's got Long, his tight end complete.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Let's go. Yellow, 22. Ready, go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Thrown across his body and it's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off.
And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Got his man, it's Fehoko.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed, it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Prescott to throw it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
2nd and 7.
To the air again, Prescott. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The Cowboys on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. J.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
Now Prescott. He gets this one to Johnson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Throwing, Prescott.
And this one complete, it's Fehoko.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. They'll throw again. Prescott.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he can't escape, and down he goes. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, Do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
That's 22, that's 22. Here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
that one looks like he'll throw here. He'll buy some time right. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Miami,
they continue their winning ways as they run their mark to 15-1 on the year.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.